It's moving, right? All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Beachbox Radio. This is our 4th episode, and we finally have a full house sitting here. Number one, we have Wayne Strobel here,
Hey, guys.
who is the founder of Beachbox. And where have you been, man? Because I've been having to run a podcast without you for a while, and it's been lonely.
I've been on the waves, bro.
Yes, you have been. Yes, but it's good to have you here now.
It's an honor.
Over here on my right side is Jackie and Jim. They came down for their first experience, and they want to tell us about it. So before we get to you guys, I just want to hear from Wayne what's been going on with Beachbox.
So much exciting stuff has been happening. The community has really embraced us, and our crew just keeps growing every day, and new opportunities keep presenting us within our community. And we're looking to get into schools, the Boys and Girls Clubs, and really help give back with our community partners program. So I've been really focusing on that and some additional pretty cool opportunities for us going forward.
Yeah, and as far as the community partners program is concerned, that's really starting to grow, isn't it?
It is. We
Yeah.
just signed on 3 more people this week.
Yeah.
So what that means for everyone is when our crew is going to have more rewards that they can redeem within our app, but also more money and more funds are going to go to our knockout bullying initiatives. So we'll be able to go into more schools and do different kind of events for anti-bullying and things like that. We actually just selected the winner of our inaugural Design a Glove contest this week, which will be producing those gloves and selling them, and all the proceeds go towards knockout bullying. So that's why I haven't been here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and the knockout bullying is in over 300 schools now.
300 schools participated in our first
incredible.
program. Yes. I cannot thank Garden State Equality enough for their support and their dedication and commitment to us and anti-bullying.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, so Beachbox is a living and breathing thing, and it's moving forward. The one thing I like about it is that it's a lifestyle. It's not just come here and work out.
Doesn't Wayne have like a bunch of brands he's trying to open up with that connects all of this together? A food service, this studio right here, and
Yes,
a bunch
right.
of other things.
Yeah, that's all stuff on the horizon. But as far as the family effect that we want to create here, it's happening. You know, the connections that are happening. We were talking a little bit about this. So Jackie and Jim, you guys came down for your first experience day.
Yes.
And you had a good workout. I know Jim kind of overdid it a little bit. Well, I go look at your knuckles. Okay, let's just say I don't ever want to get hit by this guy. Did you see him?
He was a beast on that bag. He was taking it
Yeah.
out. He was really building and burning.
Yeah, and I work with him at the firehouse, and I saw him one day lifting 100-pound dumbbell above his head, like this, which right? Am I right?
I think you're exaggerating things a bit.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I did that with the bench press.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. Okay.
Not an overhead press, but
all right. Well, you always got so many things going on, so I don't know what you're lifting above your head or whatever. But but yeah, so you guys came down for this workout today, and I just wanted to ask you, what did you think about the experience?
Jack, you want to start?
Sure. So I thought it was an awesome experience. Didn't really know what I was going into. It kind of looked like kickboxing, and it definitely was, so much more than that. Strength training, it was cardio, it was, stretching, and it just brought together everything in one. I know that time is always an issue for me with, life happens and
Sure.
with work and everything. So finding time to work out, but actually enjoying working out. And I really enjoyed, myself here. I felt like I was in competition just with myself, but also with the statistics. You watch the board, you could try to, get your numbers up and compete with, yourself, but also, motivation. We're all motivating each other. So I thought that was really cool to see the data, instant data. We're all about instant gratification and things, and it was available here. And it was awesome. Just everybody's friendly coming in. I was like, it's my first time. Have you ever been here? Some people had been here before. And I explained that I was a first timer and I didn't really know what to expect. And they said, oh, you're going to love it. And I really did love it. Thought it was a great workout and definitely want to come back for sure.
Awesome. That's great. That's exactly the kind of experience that we want here. So that's good to hear from you. Yeah. And
absolutely.
Jim, what do you think?
I thought this was a very fun and truly unique experience. I've never really done anything like this. I really like the competitive aspect of earning points and how there's a leaderboard up there so you can track your progress. But with that in mind, everybody should just try to do better than they did last time instead of trying to always be on the top of the leaderboard, because that's an easy way to bring yourself out. You just got to, like we talk about on our podcast, just the only person you have to be better than is the person you were the day before.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so try to be better. And it's funny because I heard of gyms where instead of focusing on trying to better yourself day to day or whatever, they'll say the loser in the class, the person that's dragging, we're going to tie balloons around your pants and you have to walk around with balloons and stuff.
That's terrible.
It's like this focus on like a negative thing. And I mean, if that's what motivates people, that's fine, but that's definitely not something that I think it works.
Definitely
right?
not our lifestyle.
Right, it's not Beachbox.
Another good thing about the points, though, is that it's a visual representation of the progress you're making. A lot of times when people are lifting weights, they feel the struggle, but they don't really feel like they're getting any stronger or gaining any more endurance. But with the points, they can actually have a visual cue as to the progress they're making. Maybe they get 25,000 points this round and 25,005 points next round. That means they made an improvement, even then, no matter how insignificant or small it is.
Right. Yeah. Now, this is definitely outside of your normal routine, though, right? What's your normal routine like?
I normally do powerlifting, but I recently switched over to more of a focus on bodybuilding for aesthetics. But I mean, this was a great cardio workout, and it's awesome.
Yeah. So the diversified workout concept really will help enhance your other stuff that you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now you guys met in an interesting way, and
Yep. Yeah, we met with in a project called the Where Angels Play Foundation, and it builds we build playgrounds for in the wake of tragedy. So we were just in Florida, in Sarasota, Florida. We built a playground for two brothers that are no longer with us. We call them our angels. So Christopher and Jared Ditmars was the playground there. One brother, Christopher, died of leukemia, and then his other brother died in a spearfishing accident. So just providing hope and healing for families. And it is amazing how communities come together. These playgrounds get built, and the build takes about 2 days to build the playground. So we have our Angels Army that goes there, and it's ever growing. People hear about the project and they just want to learn more and how can I get involved. So we were just actually in the water in the Gulf, and we're just talking about Beachbox in Florida. Here we are now back in New Jersey, and we took a class, and really just things come full circle, and it's the connections that
It's
you
funny,
make.
all the connections that are already pre-existing that you don't know about.
yes, right. But how do you find them? How do you find those connections? Right. You got to get out of your comfort zone
Absolutely.
Say yes.
and go say yes. Right.
Yes.
It's all about saying
exactly.
yes.
Yeah.
Because I actually have a friend, Veronica, who's been going to Beachbox, and she loves it, and she posts pictures and things, and it's just, I never came out of my comfort zone until now, heard about it again through Jim and my cousin Dan Byrne, who's also a firefighter with you guys, and just said, hey, why not? Let's try it,
Yeah,
And Jim
yeah.
said, are you free this Saturday to go? And here I am. But it's coming out of your comfort zone and making those connections, because sometimes we do, we're comfortable with our daily lives and people we spend time with, family, friends, the same, but it's fun to make new connections and, try new things.
Yeah, you sort of get stuck in a rhythm, and it's like it's your life. So you're not mad that you're in it, or you're indifferent actually. But your conversations tend to always be the same and everything. But when you go to Florida to go build a playground, you have different conversations, and
Absolutely.
and it's a project that has passion behind it, and it's positivity and everything. So where does that put your brain?
Right.
Puts it in this positive state of mind. So now you're open to other people and their positivity. When you start to get a taste of that, it becomes exhilarating.
Absolutely.
You just want to be out there more and more, meeting with people and making things happen.
Yeah.
From that feeling of abundance, if you will, that there's more than enough to go around.
And you get to meet people that are like-minded like you, that are passionate, like you said, and want to make the world a better place. And, and you can only do that when you start with yourself. So Beachbox allows you to feel good about yourself. And when you eat healthy and you're working out right, you have to be happy with yourself first, and then you can spread that love and positivity to others.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
So this is an opportunity to do that. And it's kind of like a community here. Like I said, I spoke with a few people before the class, and they were warm, welcoming, and, wanted to share their experiences too with me.
Wow.
Yeah, and Billy Lavin,
Yeah.
who's in charge of Where Angels Play. Well, actually, his daughter is, right?
No, he was the founder, and then his daughter, Mary Kate Lavin, is also his partner.
Oh, okay, yeah.
With the project. So
Right.
yeah, my Uncle Bill.
And we
started this
we
program.
worked with him,
I didn't.
well, okay, he left before, but I worked with him, fireman, and I remember working with him, great guy, but I never imagined
Yeah.
in a million years that he would create Where Angels Play.
Yes.
And right here down the beach, Asbury Park, right, there's one of
Yes.
the parks.
Wow.
Yeah, for Rachel Divino, she was a teacher that was murdered in the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. So kind of started, evolving with the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting.
Yes.
We built 26 playgrounds for the victims there, teachers and
Students.
Yeah, so and it's evolved now into other tragedies. We were in Africa. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go to Africa, but a lot of our Angels Army was in Africa recently, and then we brought it. So that was like one of the poorest cities, in the country, outside the country. But we came to Sarasota, Florida, and here, it's most affluent area in our states.
Yes.
So tragedy strikes everywhere, and it just goes to show that strength in community and people,
Yeah.
working towards a goal.
Yeah, right.
Is so important.
How
Yeah.
does somebody get involved with the organization?
You can find the information on whereangelsplayfoundation.org.
Okay.
So that tells the story, because even went back further than the Sandy Hook shooting. And you can find information there, the upcoming bills. There's going to be some bills in New Jersey. There's going to be one in Boston, Massachusetts, for the Boston Marathon bombing victim there. So just fundraisers, and we just need awareness about the project so that we can help fundraise and get the word out, because playgrounds are expensive, but
Absolutely.
we want to provide this hope and healing for families
Yes.
and loved ones.
Yeah, and they can be found on Facebook, Where Angels Play.
Yes,
You
Where
can
Angels
follow-
Play Foundation, and all the information's on there on Facebook.
Is it whereangelsplay.com, their website?
No, it's whereangelsplayfoundation.org.
.org.
.org. Yeah.
Where Angels Play
You
Foundation.
can find it on Facebook
Yes.
too, right?
Yes.
And we'll post on our podcast as well in the notes and stuff, so if anyone's
Yeah.
interested.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
you can see what
Yeah.
we're doing, where we're headed next, where we've been.
So
and-
anybody can get involved?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we welcome anybody. Yeah, absolutely. The more the merrier. And then it really is just a life-changing experience when you're part of it. Sometimes it's hard to even explain. Like, we brought a couple guys from Africa here to New Jersey, and
Show them the time of their lives.
Yes, and we went jet skiing, and they had ice cream for the first time, and
Oh my God, really?
so it's like a lot of firsts for them. So here I'm at Beachbox first time, and it's I'm helping to branch myself out and try new things. But here they're coming from another country.
Can I ask you a question? What was their face like when they ate ice cream for the first time? Oh, this is it?
Just
Great,
priceless.
it's just like dripping all over their
Yeah,
hands.
so basically Maurice is one of the guys from Africa, and
They're both genocide survivors too.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
They're enjoying themselves immensely there.
yes.
And that,
Yeah, ice cream dripping. They didn't know how to eat an ice cream cone, and they just were like, "Wow, this is like amazing."
Yeah,
They just couldn't believe, and they just said that we are. They said I talked with Maurice yesterday, and he was on his way back to Africa, and he said, "I just want to thank you guys. Like, you guys are the real American heroes. Like, you're like our family. You've treated us even better than our families have. Like, but it's
That's
like,
awesome.
but when you can give back and pay it forward, because that's the whole premise, and goal for the Where Angels Play Foundation is to pay it forward.
Yeah,
you
right.
know. And like Wayne, you were talking about, you lost a lot of weight, and that's
Yeah.
kind of your inspiration for Beachbox, and
Yeah,
and
it's-
it's like you're paying it forward because you saw changes in yourself, and you're able to now help others to meet their goals. So I think that's very inspiring.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and I think I could say that about myself too. Is I got interested in fitness industry because I like the connection with people. I like being able to help and pay. I've paid for trainers. I've read tons of books and everything, and I think I can help. And it's definitely something that I like doing, I would do no matter what. It
Yeah.
just happens organically, naturally, so.
Right. Yeah, there's so much negativity in the world that's like, what can you do to make the world a better place and to better
It's
yourself,
intimidating.
you know?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, whenever a tragedy occurs, it's easy to focus on the malice and evil that has happened, but you look deeper and you'll always find people that are willing to help and wanting to recover and help in the recovery process, and that's what we ought to focus on. But we always tend to have it's in our nature, I guess, to favor and put more focus on the negative aspects of life than the positive.
Wow, very,
Yeah.
very profound, yeah. Now, Jim, you did 2 tours in Afghanistan, you're a Marine, and I met you on fire department. Did you always plan on becoming a fireman?
It's going to sound silly, but growing up, I was bullied a lot, and my parents were always working, so I didn't really have a role model, so I would watch a lot of cartoon shows about like superheroes and stuff, and I was like, man, that's what I want to be when I grow up.
Which superhero did you identify with?
I just wanted to like
Any one of them.
get super strong and punch through walls and stuff. But of course, coming to a reality that I can't actually punch holes through walls.
That's why you come to Beachbox.
I know.
That's why I'm here.
I figured that the next best thing would be to go join the Marines or something like that, where I can make a positive difference in the world. But I grew disenfranchised with my time in the military, as I saw that it really wasn't what I thought it would be like. I thought I would be helping people, but I found the opposite to be true in a lot of circumstances while I was deployed. So I decided to get out, and I loved the lifestyle of a Marine, and I wanted to continue living it. And I figured the fire department would be the next best thing. And honestly, I couldn't ask for a better job.
Yeah. We definitely have a good time at work, but we work pretty hard. But isn't it awesome when we do work hard? Like,
Yeah.
it's that same community togetherness that we were just talking about.
You ride around all day with your friends helping people.
We support each other. That's it. Just like anywhere else, you have a community.
There's a lot of ball busting, but it's all it's all in light fun.
Yeah, definitely a lot of ball busting. Now, besides firefighting, you came down today to help us shoot a video down here. And my question to you is, like, how far do you want to take this? Because it seems like you're really super interested in cinematography and filmmaking. And I know you're also keen on traveling the world and getting into some pretty interesting situations. Like, you just went to Iceland to go take a picture of the Aurora Borealis.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
didn't get guys. I'm
but
sorry.
still, I'm just impressed that was your
went
focus.
for it though.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yes.
Like going for your goals, and when we're kids, we have no fear, but as we get older, we're put into this box that says, hey, we need to go to school, we have to go to college, after college you get the job, then you get married, then you have the kid, and then you do this. And in reality is, when you're a kid, you have no fear, you'll do anything. That's why kids get hurt and scrape their knees and stuff, because
You see Kirsten running around all day.
yeah. But when you become an adult, it's like we take our imaginations away, and it kind of takes our creativity away. So
I agree, yeah.
it's kind of sad.
Yes.
It really is. So it's really empowering when you see someone go after their goals or their dreams and take that risk.
Absolutely.
And you know what? It's not always going to be great, but you know what? You can say you did it and you tried.
Absolutely.
So
Very good, yeah.
it's about the journey.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah, right. So are you planning on getting into filmmaking of some degree?
I don't know. I just find myself, especially lately, being interested in a lot of different things. Like I want to get into hockey too now, but with the cinematography, I've always been interested in it, and I found this to be a good opportunity, and as well as the Where Angels Play Foundation. I'm planning on making video for that as well. I actually showed a concept to Billy's wife, and she cried at the ending of how the video would be like.
Wow, that must have been really something else that you put together.
Yeah.
I put
music-
in a very sad song.
Yeah, the music. Yeah, it's
This
very-
music
can
makes
be
it.
powerful for sure.
Sure, well, music is very moving, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I guess I'm trying to capture beauty, and you can do it in so many different ways. Just living life and through cinematography, and I just feel inspired to do all these things.
Yeah, and guess what else this guy does? Just take a guess.
Can you fly?
Very good. Does he get the prize?
I'm actually training to become a helicopter pilot. So
That's so cool.
Wow, you didn't even know that?
No, I swear, I was
That's
just
so
joking.
funny.
Superhero flying. Oh my
That's
gosh.
really
That is awesome.
Yeah, so this guy is doing a lot, and he's 23 years old.
25.
25?
Wow.
Wow, you grew up so fast.
And to that point, like, you go after it, and I think that's the message. Go after what you think you can't achieve, what people are telling you no. Let that no be your energy to do what it is that you want to do. Let
Right.
that drive you.
Yeah, let that be your motivation.
Yeah.
It's very hard and draining when you're caught in a cycle and you have all these old habits that are hard to break. You find yourself drained by these things, and you constantly make excuses not to go after the things that you say you want to do. But you have to realize that the only person holding you back from doing whatever it is that you want to do is you yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to have accountability and own it. And
Yes.
just say, hey, look, this is all about me. I got to make this happen.
Absolutely.
But seriously, though, I have a feeling that when you were a kid, they just didn't let you out of the house. And you're like deprived, and you just want to, now you want to go play everywhere.
Actually, when I was a kid, I spent most of my time playing video games, exploring worlds in video games. So
Yeah, okay.
now I'm doing it in real life.
No more video games, man. Just, get in your helicopter
And fly.
And fly. Yeah, just go.
Video games were so much cheaper, though.
And what about your folks or people in your family? Do they have that same kind of zest for life like you have, or are you the new kid on the block with that kind of energy?
I think, especially my parents, they came here when they were in their early 20s, and they didn't have a sense of their name. They were actually in debt, trying to get to the country, and they barely were able to speak a lick of English and had no connection. So they worked their ass off for 16 years in order to provide a good life for myself and my sister. Today they're, pretty successful. What was I gonna say? But working so hard, they worked 12 hours a day, pretty much every single day of the week, and barely took any vacation days. That really took a toll on them, and they find themselves stressed out and suffering the consequences of having such a high workload. I'm a firm believer in the fact that your youth only comes once, and it's important to live it while you can. Sure, you have to have a responsibility to your future self to plan for it, but you also can't, sacrifice your youth entirely in order to appease your older self. Because how many people do you see going into retirement, they can't enjoy the things that they wanted in their youth, and now it's gone, so they just painted themselves in a corner.
I love it, man. You just kind of like inspired me a little bit. I'm a little older than you, but
No, you got a young man's energy.
that's because I kind of try to think like you, but it gets hard as you get older. So just remember that. But
we were just saying
that's
how
awesome.
you're your own worst enemy, and that's
So
the kind of
true.
mindset.
Yeah, you're right.
Definitely.
You're absolutely. He's
You're
right.
the only one who hold yourself back.
Yes.
And like,
Absolutely.
kudos to you. Freaking helicopter. That's awesome. So can we go for a ride? Can we
Yeah,
go?
once I get my private pilot's license,
Okay. We're the first ride. All of us.
Yes,
Okay?
yeah.
I've promised
All right.
first rides to so many people.
Well, we're going to be the first podcast in your helicopter.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Yes,
heard it here
first
first.
podcast.
You heard it here first. so-
Yes.
The helicopter pad is on top of our skyscraper building that we're in today, and
Nice.
you can pick some up there.
And our next location will have a heliport just for you.
That would be
So-
cool. We could I could fly in like VIP people to
There
work
we
out at the Beachbox, build the brand.
There we go. I'm all about a VIP experience. Let's take a beach break weekend.
There it is.
So, awesome.
So, Jackie, as far as exercise is concerned, do you have a routine that you do?
I do. I do a lot of classes. I go to Jersey Strong, which was a workout world previously.
Right.
So I'm more like, I need to get motivated. I do like to take the classes, and I love yoga. Yoga is like my piece from everyday life, and it's just something I'm very passionate about.
Cool.
And I got into recently. So again, if I hadn't tried it, I would never have known, that it impacts your mind, your body, and your soul. And there's definitely a connection there
Right.
between the
And-
mind and the body.
What is it about classes or class-based experiences that help motivate you and drive you?
I think it's the just the energy of everybody there, you know, and just, you know, the motivation and just like sometimes I'll go to the gym and I'm not sure what I'm going to be working on. You know, like sometimes people know their routine and what they're going to work on. But when I go to the classes, like I can, you know, I know that there's specific things to be worked on and,
Yeah.
you know, strength training or if I'm doing a cardio or Zumba. I think it's just fun too. Like classes are fun.
Right.
Everybody's like,
It's motivating.
yeah, it's you're part of a community. So
Yeah.
that's what I love about it. Rather than just go in there, do your thing. Like I like to be around people and the community of the gym.
Awesome.
And what is your, I like to ask, it's a weird question, I guess, but I like to ask people this because usually when people have a fitness lifestyle and maybe, you know, follow some type of diet plan, even loosely, they tend to have a routine, like a morning routine. Like, what do you do when you wake up? Is it like, you know, is the first thing you do, you know, take a shower, or is it meditate or something like that? How do you start your day, and what keeps you in, you know, sync with yourself?
Yeah, just like a lot of you know, I think a lot of self-talk, like today's gonna be a good day, like, you know, positive affirmation, yeah. Like sometimes you wake up and you're like, oh, I don't want to get up, I'm tired, I didn't get enough sleep. Like you can be stuck in that, but it's how you choose to take on the day. You
So
know?
your perspective
Yeah,
on life.
so setting a positive affirmation for the day, saying no matter what life throws at me today, I'm going to remain positive and get through it. So, and then
I
I just
love
go
that.
through my routine, I have my breakfast, you know, and then try to eat healthy throughout the week.
What do you have for breakfast?
A lot of times oatmeal. So I'll put different fruit in there. Oatmeal.
Boom.
Yes.
Love our oatmeal.
Different fruit. You know.
We're such
Overnight oats.
nerds.
Yeah.
We're such nerds. We could fist bump it over
Yeah.
oatmeal.
Yes.
Oatmeal, I don't know what I do.
Oatmeal.
Yeah,
Oatmeal.
Yep. Put different fruits in there, change it up. Again, just not falling into that routine. Same thing like with working out.
Yeah.
You know, not wanting to do the same workout over and over and over
Right.
again. Because it gets boring.
Now-
I'm somebody that likes to try new things and like, I don't like every day like set routines. Like
Yeah.
I'd like to keep busy and I'm active. Whether
Keep it
it's-
fresh.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Whether
cool.
it's diet or exercise or just things that I get involved in.
Yeah. Now, we were just joking about this before we started rolling, but I work with Jim and we have lunch together, and I was telling Jackie here that he was eating pork chop with spoon.
Didn't have any other utensils
I
nearby.
know, he did, we did it. We were in the kitchen, there was forks.
Yeah, but I had to get up for the fork.
Okay. So even though he's not a lazy guy, he was lazy at that moment. I don't know.
I was efficient at that moment.
At least he
You
wasn't eating
used
with
the
his hands.
tools you had to succeed.
exactly.
Yeah.
Did you get to eat the pork chop?
I did.
Then you succeeded.
He did.
With a spoon, with a spoon.
I was
Thank
like, what are
you.
you doing? Boom. I'm like, get a fork. He's like, no, I'm fine. Nom, nom, nom.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So look, this was really great. I wanted to interview you guys basically to just find out how you felt about Beachbox, and then I ended up getting a lesson in, you know, affirmations and more of like a stoic type of wisdom that you seem to have. And it was exhilarating. You know, I feel like I'm going to walk away from this a better person because I talked to you guys. And I think that, you know, this is what happens daily when we come down to Beachbox.
Yeah.
Wayne and I, our members and everybody, there's so much good feelings coming in through this door and positivity that you just can't help but get swept away in it. So I really want to thank you guys for coming
you
up
so
here
much.
Thank you.
and
Thank
sharing
you for
with
the
us.
opportunity.
It was really cool. And I hope you guys come back to work out again with us.
Definitely, and we'll
And
definitely spread the
May
word
19th.
too.
There, May 19th. All right.
Yeah, we'll spread the word. I live right in Spring Lake Heights, so I'm
Awesome.
in this area, in this community, and definitely we'll spread the word.
All right,
Awesome. Really
awesome.
appreciate it. And then if you guys too, just to let you guys know in your app, so whenever you work out inside our Beachbox app, you get your own link. So you can give all your friends a complimentary experience just by sharing that through the app or copying the link and throwing it on all your social feeds.
Okay.
So, and then you get points for it. So if they come in, you get 50 Beachbucks. So you could actually earn yourself some free memberships and free coffee at Boosker and we have juice beats, massages, and more. So
That's awesome.
It's
Yeah,
our,
this is
it's
like
our way of
first-
saying thank you.
Yeah, and this is like the first experience that I ever had where you can earn these rewards. Like you're working out and you get something.
Right.
Other than feeling good yourself, but somebody's giving you something else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
reward your workout.
Yeah.
Right, I always say it's the closest you could come to a professional athlete. You know, I mean, you get paid somehow. You know, why
You're
not?
right,
You
right,
know,
exactly.
it's pretty cool.
I love it. Love the energy here.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Wayne, thank you for finally being on the podcast.
Thank you. I'm so happy I finally got to get here.
This is like big moment. I was like, oh my God, Wayne's gonna be on. All right, so thank you very much. Thank you guys, and everybody listening and watching. Thank you. Any comments or suggestions? I want to hear them. And if you ask awesome questions, we send you free stuff as long as it's within the country. So yeah, because otherwise it just
we got some
costs us money.
Beachbox swag and all this other cool
Yeah, I got a
stuff too.
shirt.
What?
Today.
Yeah.
So keep coming back and stay with us. The podcast is just going to keep rolling, and it's going to get better and better. Take care.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Awesome, guys. Thank you.
Oh, that was really good.
Oh my god, that was so
Oh
much
my gosh, I
fun.
loved it.
We literally could have a morning show. Like I literally felt like
I
Elvis,
love the
they're, like,
energy. Like